Ms. Ledger-Fernandez, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think what's important to remember about this bill is what it is blocking. And it is blocking the implementation of the Land Protection Plan. The Land Protection Plan from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service that would expand the Muleshoe Wildlife Refuge in West Texas and eastern New Mexico. This is a plan that has taken years to develop. It isn't a mandate. It is a plan intended to carry out important objectives developed at the local level with input from people on the ground over there. The state of New Mexico, our Game and Fish, which is all about increasing opportunity for fishermen and hunters and birders to be able to enjoy the outdoors, is in support of this because they participated at that local level in developing this plan. And I am going to echo the sentiments of the ranking member that this bill does take away the option for private landowners to voluntarily sell their land to the federal government for conservation purposes. And the reason why the federal government is the buyer is because it does have the resources to build upon other refuges. And I actually was out in this area about last month, about maybe 5 weeks ago. You forget because of all of the closures from us not doing the business we should be doing because of the Epstein files, but I digress. I think that I was out in this beautiful park and went to another refuge there. And we need to remember that these refuges are important because they create the beads, the areas by which the birds may go from one place to another. And so linking them together, even though they might not be contiguous, is important. And it was beautiful. The birds that we saw, 100 kinds of different insects and dragonflies, 100 different kinds of dragonflies in this one refuge. And these are the kinds of things that are out in these areas, and to protect them from loss is important. So this idea of dictating from DC, this is another effort where we have Republicans dictating from DC what should happen in areas like in eastern New Mexico and West Texas. And we saw in the efforts by Republicans in their big ugly bill to actually sell off public lands. There was an outcry. People want to have some of these protections from the public lands. And I am going to read from another section of Representative Raleigh's testimony, because I think it's important to hear from the ranchers who want to do this. And I'm going to quote, "I am also a Republican, a Trump supporter, and a staunch advocate of private property rights. In my mind, no one, and particularly not the federal government, should have the right to tell a private property owner who they can or cannot sell their land to. It is a fundamental part of our property rights system in America to retain the freedom to do with my land as I see fit, whether that is to sell it for conservation or development. Landowners should be free to use or develop their property as they see fit, and should not be told by any other party who to I may sell or give an interest in my land to if I so choose." That's an important part of being an American. He opposes this bill, and it is that idea of allowing the voluntary sale. And what is upsetting is that down in the community, there are those who oppose this plan and are saying the federal government is going to take your land. Absolutely not. This is not a taking. This is an opportunity that some ranchers and farmers may want to use and others not. So why do you want to take away this opportunity, which will serve a public purpose, which we know Americans support, which will create recreation and opportunities and birding and hunting and fishing for many others. I support all of those, and I support the opportunity for private landowners to do what they want with this bill. And so I rise in opposition to it. Thank you, Mr. Chair.